And do you support Donald Trump?
Absolutely, man.
Why so?
Dude, I mean, you guys keep talking about the Epstein files and everything like that. Like, I want a full investigation. I'm not in some cult or whatever where I'm just gonna blindly follow somebody. But if we have a full investigation and it goes into, he was doing some disgusting things like that, then 100% he should be out of office. But do I support his policies? 100%.
Okay.
I agree with
Uh,
what he's doing right now.
okay, can I ask you a question? If he was held civilly liable, would you still vote for him?
Is this about that one case or whatever? I don't know much about it, but I heard it was like they couldn't call him, but they could. Some people still do, but it was civilly liable. Like I don't
Yeah, like
understand it.
like in the condition in
Why
which he
don't you tell
was
me about it?
in the condition in which he was held civilly liable for in that certain condition, would you say that you wouldn't support him?
Uh, I mean, if it if it was true, I mean, if it's 100%, I wouldn't support him. I support his policies, but I would not support the man.
So is that an answer as no?
I wouldn't say it's no. I'd have to know more about the case itself.
What about the case would you have to know about? Because he was held civilly liable of.
I'd have to look into exactly what the details of the case were, what the jury pool looked like. I like what the parameters.
Nine jurors unanimously determined that he did it.
Right, in what state? New York.
Yep.
Right. So I mean, honestly, before I can make an, I don't want to say not educated guess, whatever a word would be, before I can make, a statement regarding that, I'd want to look into it more. But on face value, when you talk about like disgusting, 100%, I would not support that. But I would need to look into it more before I can give a better
Okay.
answer.
If someone was held civilly liable of a woman, would you let them legally enter the country?
No, absolutely not.
Why can you answer no so quickly when I ask you about legally entering the country, but when I ask you specifically about your support for Donald Trump, for some reason you can't answer quickly?
Because I would need to look into the case when it comes to Trump. But as far as so we have these other people that are coming into the country illegally. I'd want to know more about that. I mean, Donald
I'm
Trump's already a
referencing people
citizen.
going through the legal process. I said, would you let someone legally enter the country if they were held civilly liable of
Legally.
sexual a woman? Yeah, legally. And
It would
you said no.
okay. So legally entering the country, and they're civilly liable for
Of a woman.
there would need to be some kind of an investigation, and if it came to
That
the
the
courts or whatever,
investigation led to the courts determining that there's a civil liability for
right,
because it's
right,
past the
civil
statute of
liability,
limitations for criminal cases.
right. Okay, so civilly liable. They're going through the. If the court system let them in, I don't think that I'd be. I wouldn't be for it, but I would still want to look into the individual case. We can't look at hypotheticals, but I'd want to look into the individual case. One thing I do support is, people, not being just sent out of the country that came in here illegally. I think everybody deserves their due process. So I think every
So you
individual
disagree
case
with his
deserves due
position
process.
there, but like again, I feel like that's still like not a response. Like why in one scenario are you so likely to respond immediately, but in the other scenario you need to look into it more.
Right. I would say I need to look into it more. So I've heard about, in fact, I listen to you and Dean. I think you guys are smart. I still believe in the policies and everything of Trump, and I listen to you guys. But I would need, and I've heard you guys bring this up before. I would need to look more into it, which I will, and I'll ask to talk to you about it again in the near future. But yeah, I would need to look into it more into the case itself, have a better educated answer.
If he said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, would you still vote for him?
If he said what?
He would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. If you went up to a 10-year-old girl and he said he was going to be dating her in 10 years, would you still support him?
Oh, dude, did he actually say that?
I'm just asking in the condition that that's true. Would you support
Well,
him?
stop. If you're asking me that right now, did he actually say that, and what's the source?
In
Because
in
that's
in in,
disgusting.
in the condition of him saying that, would you support him?
Oh man, look at you, dude. If he truly, You know what? No, I wouldn't. But I support I support the policies. But I'd like to see. No, I wouldn't support if I saw that. Somebody
Want
saying
to
a guy.
discover the French culture?
Oh, what's going on here?
Hold on.
Oh, that was.
He's getting the beautiful bean footage for you.
Yeah,
Oh, got it.
listen
Okay.
Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Woo. Oh, that's a tough one, man. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I mean, you could. I mean, I guess some people would say it's a quip of you're like, oh, like locker room talk. That's a 10-year-old. Okay, so if that truly was a 10-year-old, that's disgusting.
Yeah, like, so would you still vote for him?
With his policies or whatever against Kamala.
I would love to know what policies you keep talking about.
What policies?
Wait, but
The fact that
before he answers that, would you,
sorry.
given that knowledge, still vote for him?
I mean, I would have to. I mean, I would want to say no, but at the same time, it's like when you have Kamala and Donald Trump together, I think that we would be in a worse position under Kamala than we would under Trump. But that's disgusting. I wish things like that would come out. During like at least be more mainstream. So that I could hear things.
So, given this understanding, would you support Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, given this knowledge about Donald Trump?
No, I just said I'd still support Donald Trump.
Okay, so then what are these magical policies?
So the magical policies, I mean, getting people out that, I mean, absolutely flooded the border and came in here illegally, and our tax dollars are going to, house these people in different, sanctuary cities and stuff like that. When we have veterans on the street, 100%. I would say, I agree with that policy. Do I agree with the morals and what you're saying of the person in office? To be honest, dude,
Patrick,
no.
Patrick.
Yeah, what's
I'm
up?
sorry.
Oh, God.
No, go ahead, Parker.
So I wanted to grab these 2 points real quick. The Congressional Budget Office indicated by 2034, $8.9 trillion added to the GDP by the immigration surge under the Biden-Harris administration. So you're going to see more taxes paid, specifically if it is the case that you allow more people into the country, along with the fact that undocumented immigrants, right, they don't make the houses more expensive. If anything, they would be making houses less expensive because it is the case that they don't provide as much demand because they get paid lower than minimum wage, along with the fact that they also are adding to the increase in construction for supply for goods and services. But yeah, go ahead, Santana.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm not gonna go as far as saying you don't support veterans, but I will go as far as saying Donald Trump doesn't support veterans, right? I mean, well, because you talk about like, oh, the policies and him, he could save money and actually help homeless or unhoused veterans. Like, literally, they're taking the money and they are putting it back into the pockets of the ultra wealthy. That's what the BBB is all about. And they're also cutting benefits that overwhelmingly help veterans, including SNAP benefits, including Medicaid. Like, they're literally harming veterans. And also, Donald Trump is called veterans suckers and losers. I mean, like, he refused to go to the
He refused that, though, right? I mean, he refutes that he ever said that. And somebody that said that he had
General Milley.
was
General
okay.
Milley, like one of the highly decorated generals,
Right.
is the one that's quoting him on that.
He did quote him on that after he was fired, though, correct?
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna believe the actual decorated war veteran
But
over
there's
the habitual liar.
there's believing, and then there's getting factual evidence.
Okay,
And so
that's fine.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, there's literally been like Donald Trump has actively harmed, well, not harmed, but actively went against soldiers, including calling soldiers who had traumatic brain damage a headache because he didn't actually want to push back on Putin and the attack that had occurred that affected our soldiers.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, at face value, from what I'm hearing from you, I mean, that is gross. I mean, it sounds. I would have to look at more into that, but yeah, dude.
But the point that I'm just trying to make is like it sounds good. I have a problem with Republicans who always say, "Oh, we could be using this money at home to help take care of our veterans," and they always say that, but yet they never actually take the money to help the veterans, and that's the problem.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that the policies that were, in effect previously in all these different states where we're giving money and help to all these illegal immigrants, that's taking away money that could potentially be given to veterans and American citizens. But, as far as the actual policies of helping out those veterans and everything, it's not, coming to fruition if we're giving all these millions of dollars to illegal immigrants. Come into this country legally. That's what I say. Like, I mean, come in legally. I don't care who you are, race, creed, gender identity. I don't care. Come in here. We'll love you. Y'all should, but come in the legal process.
Yeah, well, and if the legal process was actually improved, right? If Donald Trump really cared about the legal process, then he would actually do things to improve the legal process and actually look to pass border legislation instead of actually just, putting more money into the pockets of, ICE specifically through
Right now, we need
bonuses.
to get all the illegals out, though. Don't you agree? I mean, right now,
Undocumented, but no,
Yeah.
no, we don't. We
Why
don't.
not?
Well, because one, any person that's willing to travel hundreds of thousands of miles to actually try to seek a better life, then we should actually welcome them with open arms. I mean, like literally, the country was supposedly founded on the premise of welcoming everyone in. Well, hell, the country was founded by immigrants. Like literally, the Constitution was written by immigrants.
If you want people to be vetted, would you want to give them a pathway to citizenship, given that they're in the country if they haven't committed a violent crime or bad crime?
If they already came into the country illegally, didn't they already commit a crime?
Not a bad crime.
Not a bad crime. What's a bad crime? I mean, isn't crime
like
crime?
like a crime that's
You're
so
saying
bad and
violent
so
crime.
a crime that's so bad insofar as that someone should be deported, because just coming
So-
to, like, for example, if someone jaywalks and it's not unsafe, right? Did they commit a bad crime?
So you're talking about what's bad crime and good crime. I mean, crime is crime.
I
but there
literally
is-
just
I do
described it
agree.
to you. There's no way you're this dense. I just described
no,
it to you,
I'm
and you purposefully don't listen to what I said.
All right, here, say it again. I apologize. I'm not dense. Let me hear it.
Yes, so I'm saying specifically a crime that you consider so bad insofar as you wouldn't allow them into the country. Is it a bad crime?
Is it okay? The fact that you were coming over into the country illegally is a crime in itself. When you have that,
What's the punishment?
Dude, it's like he doesn't hear the question I asked him.
No, I do hear you, man.
Then answer it.
Answer. Okay. You're talking about what is a bad and what is a good crime. I mean, I don't think a crime is crime. Yeah, laugh, dude. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm having a good discussion with you, and I'm actually
We're not
trying to
having a
gain-
good discussion. If you think we're having a good
not?
discussion right now, then you are delusional. You are not answering a specific question I'm asking you. It's a basic question, and you can't answer it. We're not having a good question or good conversation.
Damn, dude. Okay, that's crazy. Your demeanor is wild, man. Because I just wanted to talk and hear what you
go
wanted
ahead.
to
Go
say.
ahead and
You haven't
gaslight
said
me, dude.
anything.
You're so amazing.
I'm not
Thank you so much.
gaslighting you.
You absolutely are. You're the one who caused that. You're not answering the specific question. I described
The
to you
fact-
exactly why, and then you say I'm the problem.
No, I'm saying that you're going in the defensive mode of, hey, like you're not answering this. I'm saying that crime is crime, and I'm trying to have an
Thank you.
open dialogue with you.
Yeah, is it a bad crime?
Is it a bad crime? Dude, what is a bad crime? A crime is crime. If they're already coming over and breaking the
Yeah.
laws to begin with, give me a break, man.
Is it? How about this? Is it? Is
I want
the
to
crime?
give people. I want to give people. I would love to go ahead and change our border policies and get stuff to help people get an easier pathway to citizenship. But I would like people to be vetted.
Is the crime morally wrong to commit?
Is the crime morally wrong to commit? Coming over into the country illegally. It's okay. You're coming over to a country that has something set in place and you are breaking their laws and then expecting to get benefits and everything from this country. I do think that's morally wrong. I think that you
Okay.
should respect
Okay.
the
Sure.
country that you're trying to immigrate to,
Sure.
man.
Sure, he thinks it's morally wrong. Is it morally wrong to jaywalk, given that it's not totally safe to do so, and there's no cars, and it's not a threat to anyone's safety?
Morally wrong. So I guess you got to define what are correct and what are right morals. I mean, is it illegal? Is it a crime? Yes. Is it flipping stupid? Yeah, of course it is. Jaywalking. Go ahead. Touch your forehead. Oh,
I think the point that Parker's trying to get to is,
yeah.
do you think that all laws are just? Yes or no?
No, actually, you know what, Santana, and I like you, man. You're very calm-headed.
Well, I
No,
mean,
I
that's
don't.
because people have
I don't.
been wild tonight and they're pushing Parker, and I've only been here for a few minutes. That's it.
I feel it, dude. You probably got some crazy cult heads, and I see people in the comments saying he's part of the cult. I'm really not. I know I have conservative values, and I'm on the right, and so we're not going to agree on everything. But I'm not in some cult because
Yeah,
I'm not going to follow this man if he truly is in the Epstein files or
he
and
is.
truly did disgusting things. Well, we got to see them,
Well,
right?
no, like he's already been briefed that he was in those files, and also he, like today, openly admitted that he has a direct link between one of the victims. He literally, one of the victims worked for him, and he got mad at Epstein because Epstein actually stole her, quote unquote, stole her, and took her away from his spa to work for him directly, and she was one of the victims that was trying to do Epstein Island.
Dude,
So yeah,
sick.
there's a lot.
Sickening. And let me read more about that. I wish it wasn't just like Fox and CNN, and you got so far right and so far left.
Well, I
You know,
mean, you don't have to use any of those. I don't. I
right?
mean, you can use Reuters, you can use AP News, you can use Politico, you can use Ground News, you can use NPR. Like there's plenty, Al Jazeera, BBC. But I say all that to say, and Parker's point earlier was like, I think you have a misconception as far as like the law and what is quote unquote just or not just. I mean, like crossing the border is a misdemeanor. How much do you think you have to pay in a fine if you are caught crossing the border illegally?
I wouldn't. I mean,
Take a
you want me
wild
to just
guess.
guess? A guess of a fine? What? $500?
The maximum is half of that. $250 is the maximum fine.
Okay.
It's a misdemeanor. It's you can get a larger fine for shooting off fireworks than you can for crossing the border. And if
Yeah.
Donald Trump actually wanted to address the quote unquote border, sorry, that was me.
That's us.
The crisis at the border, he would put forth some type of legislation, which he has not done at all.
Yeah. All right, Parker. Well, you looking a little agitated there, buddy.
I'm not agitated. I just like I think it's incredibly disrespectful for you to try to act like it was me that was the problem when it was literally you not answering a specific question. Like you acted like
I
I
think
was out like unjust for the way that I was responding in response to like the way that you were clearly not answering the question. Like it was
I
very
think
basic. Like you answered it in one scenario, but then asked specifically to define, oh, how do we define morals in this certain scenario? Like it's just really ridiculous. Like you obviously knew what I was asking. I clarified multiple times what the question was, and you just specifically decide not to answer it because you know it's gonna make you look bad. It's ridiculous. I really dislike that people that are incredibly dishonest and disingenuous and try to act like I'm the one that's responding unjustly when they just are just gaslighting me and they're acting like they're not the ones that are just like clearly not answering a specific question.